Tuesday.
Ha-ha! Well, good morning.
Morning.
Welcome to this week's 10 minutes on a Tuesday.
Hurrah.
With Chris and Von. How you doing? Well, we hope.
Yeah, lovely to see you.
It's good to be together, isn't it?
Yes.
We want to tell you some stuff that's been happening to us of late. Go on, Queen. Tell them what you were going to tell them.
Okay. Well, yesterday I was talking to one of my friends at church, and we were talking about talking to the Lord. And I was saying that my favourite place to talk to the Lord is in the car. You know, you might be driving for 20 minutes or something, and all of that time you can speak in tongues, you can talk to the Lord. Wonderful, right? But on this particular morning, you know, I was wanting to talk to him about little things, but I felt really bad because I said to the Lord, I'm really sorry because I know you're really busy with all the things that are going on in the world, you know. And here am I talking to you about small things. And as quick as that, he said, but you, I know all about you. I love you. You are important to me.
Wow.
Because you're precious.
That's lovely.
He said, just tell me what you think. I know what you think anyway.
That's great.
So I had a lovely chat to the Lord and not worried about bothering him. I felt bothered about bothering him. Don't ever do it, he says. I want to know. I want to know what you feel.
So why have we called this episode Bird? Well, the reason being, while we were talking about what to talk about this week, we were thinking about the scriptures in Matthew 10 and in Luke 12 that talk about worry and value, and specifically sparrows. There's the part in Matthew 10 where Jesus is saying that you're worth so much more than birds.
Yes.
And in Matthew 6 he talks about birds. The birds of the air don't worry, they don't store up stuff, and yet your Heavenly Father feeds them and he loves you every bit as much as he loved the birds. But in Luke chapter 12, I want to read you this little piece from the Passion Translation. Luke 12, 6 and 7, it says, what is the value of your soul to God? Could your worth be defined by an amount of money? God doesn't abandon or forget even the smallest sparrow he has made. How then could he forget or abandon you? What about the seemingly minor issues of your life? Do they matter to God? Of course they do. So you need never to worry, for you are more valuable to God than anything else in this world.
Lovely.
Isn't that lovely?
Yeah.
Well, we had a little experience with God this week. We're looking to replace my work car. We have a car that we do our general running around in, and I have a little car that I do my gardening work from, and I can put lawn mowers and tools and things in it, and the car I have is on its last legs, and so we were looking for a replacement, and we thought we'd found one. Found one online, recognised the street that it was in, so we went and had a look, and it seemed to tick all the boxes.
Yeah.
So we messaged the girl who was selling the car, and we said, what number do you live at in this particular street? And she said, I live at number 107. And we stopped for a moment, and we thought, hang on a minute. When we first met, Madam here was living in that house.
That very house.
And we thought, well, is that some kind of a sign? It must be, we thought. So one thing and another, we went and tried this car out on a couple of days ago on the Saturday. And you know, it really wasn't the car. It really didn't feel like the right machine. No, it didn't tick any of the boxes. It wasn't the right one. And we were a little bit disappointed because we thought we'd had a kind of a miracle thing happen. So later that day, this was on Saturday, over lunch we were sitting and talking about what we needed to do, and had hatched this plan in that we needed a small garage, not a car dealership as such, but a small one-man band workshop that occasionally sold cars, that would have this particular car we're looking for. And we thought, well, which garage should we go to? So we checked out a few online, and they didn't do what we thought they did, and this, that and the other. And all of a sudden I had this thought, or this thought came to me, I don't know how you want to phrase that, about a certain village locally. And I thought, oh, let's go there then. Let's go there. We've never been to this particular garage, but there are signs for it on the road as you drive past. So on the way out to check out this garage, we were batting back and forth what it was we were looking for.
Yeah.
And we kind of said, what we really want is where an elderly gentleman has had this car for a while and he's just given up driving.
That's right.
And the garage that he's sold it to will know the car, they will have serviced it for him, and they'll have a bit of history with it, and it'll be just what we were looking for. So we went out to this particular garage. I hope you're still with us. Long old story, but it's a good one.
It's good.
And interrupted a young man who was doing some welding on an old dumper truck, and it was like a car graveyard. There were bits of car everywhere, and just what we thought we were looking for. And I said to the gentleman, I said, I'm looking for this. He said, I've got one round the back, come and have a look. And while we were walking to the car, he said, well, there's an elderly gentleman who's just decided to give up driving, and I've known this car for like 5 or 6 years. We've done the servicing on it, and it needs some work doing, and I'm going to get the work done, and then it'll be up for sale. Are you interested? Am I interested? And you know, it was today I was thinking about this, and it was almost like with the first experience and the second, it was almost like the Lord said, we needed the first experience to get your attention, to show you that I'm interested in what you need. And it was such a lovely, comforting, reassuring thought.
It was wonderful.
The way they all just fell into place.
Yeah.
It was lovely. So if you're at all wondering whether the smallest details of your life are of any importance to Him, have a listen to Psalm 139. Bonnie's going to read us the first 6 verses of Psalm 139, again from the Passion. And you can read the rest, it's all good.
Yeah.
But the first 6 verses of Psalm 139.
Lord, you know everything there is to know about me. You perceive every movement of my heart and soul, and you understand my every thought before it even enters my mind. You are so intimately aware of me, Lord.
Wow.
You read my heart like an open book. Yeah. And you know all the words I'm about to speak before I even start a sentence. You know every step I will take before my journey even begins. You've gone into my future to prepare the way, and in kindness you follow behind me to spare me from the harm of my past.
Wow, that's a word for somebody.
Yeah. With your hand of love upon my life, you impart a blessing to me. This is just too wonderful, deep, and incomprehensible. Your understanding of me brings me wonder and strength.
Wow. If you're needing encouragement and strengthening today, have a read of Psalm 139.
Yes.
And know that you're that special, you're that valuable,
You are.
you're that loved.
You are.
We know a song about being precious, don't
Oh,
we?
we do.
It goes something like this. Born to do the things that only you can do. So be still and know that you're precious. Be still and know that you're precious. You need to know just how precious, how precious, how precious you are, you are, you really, really are, you are, you really, really are, you are, you really, really are. Whatever you're doing, have a great day.
We love you.